Hey everybody, it's Benny again, here with, as you saw in the title, my top 5 9mm handguns. Before I start, what I wanted to do is kind of go over my thoughts on the caliber or my background with 9mm. I grew up in an era where it was highly contested, and 9mm was really, I always felt, kind of the weaker caliber, and definitely until recent times, as many people are aware of, with the technology in hollow point bullets, and the market has definitely moved towards 9mm. When the FBI adopted 9mm as its cartridge, it kind of has taken the country by storm. So without giving a great deal of a history lesson, I just wanted to give some of my background on it before I get into my favorite 9mm handguns that I have. One of the things that goes with it, cartridge-wise, is the fact that because of it, where I come from with my background in firearms, it was never like a cartridge that really moved me. I like some of the guns, and I think that has kind of stayed with me over time. But the cartridge itself was always kind of, from the people that I grew up around, they shot competitively. My neighbor, and listening to him at his knee. And then, in my era, we had the magazines. And although these are not good examples of it, besides the asp there on the cover, I think, the asp and the Deagle. This one's all about big guns. But anyway, this is where we got a lot of our information, if all of our information, magazines and whatnot, are writing. So with that, it was bigger is better has always been kind of the thing. So 45 ACP is what I was, grew up on, and sharpened the teeth basically. And it isn't until very recently for me that I was able to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go down this road, because there are so many classic firearms, I think, in American culture that are in 9mm. Of course, the 80s was a huge boon for the Beretta, and for my background, it was with the 45 being the king, it was kind of poo-pooed. So I never shot one until about 8-9 years ago, and the same with the Browning High Power or something like that. There was many people that I met in my travels to the West Coast and the East Coast that were huge fans of the Beretta or High Power or something like that. And I was like, that's 9mm. So with all that being said, I wanted to kind of preface that now I haven't completely changed my mind on the caliber. I do enjoy it, and in my quest for me, the perfect EDC, everyday carry gun, I cannot overlook the 9mm cartridge. So I would recommend, obviously, it is definitely worth a look. There are plenty of firearms out there, some cheaper, some more expensive in the caliber, and it has made a huge strides in the last decade. So with that being said, I want to move on. I'm going to start with an honorable mention before I get into the top 5. I'll reach on over here and grab her. You've seen this video, I hope, and it is my Taurus 692 Executive. Yeah, you say, oh, it's 357 Magnum. It is. It's 38 Special. It is. And you can change that cylinder out and put 9mm. And with these ports, I know you're only getting 7 rounds, but it is really easy and sweet to shoot. And I have been still shooting it quite a bit this summer and enjoying it. You can check out my video on it, not to try and get more views to my video, but I really do like this firearm, and I haven't had any problems with it today. And shooting 9mm in it, practicing, getting your double action trigger pull down is really it's really enjoyable, really easy. With that, jar my memory here, one of the big things that was also argued in the magazines back in the day was double action, single action pistols to single action pistols, because the 1911 dominated for decades, and rightly so. And everybody to this day is still going after, they want that single action trigger. And you know, these are safe. I have snap caps in them, but so you know, a single action trigger is, so it's easier, right? So you can get a more accurate shot. You can kind of screw up a little bit more, and it's very forgiving. Whereas that double action takes a great deal of discipline to gain, you know, accuracy with it. And I would contend if you practice on the double action, single action revolver right out of the gate and learn to shoot this in whatever caliber you want to choose, but 9mm works great for practice here, let alone 38 special. And in this one, as you saw, I could shoot 380. So practicing with those lower calibers or even plus Ps, getting that double action trigger pull down, there's nothing handgun wise that you can't shoot in the long run. Skipping right to a single action is kind of like, you know, cheating. I mean, you should learn the discipline, I think, and if you do, you're not going to regret it. You're going to be a better shooter. So my plug on the double action, single action argument. I remember reading those magazines back in the day and just going, oh, they were everywhere at the time, and it was every other month they were in some given magazine, double action, single action, because Smith & Wesson had their line of guns based off of, they had, what, 2 or 3 generations based off the 39 and the 59, and they were used by a lot of law enforcement as well as still the revolvers at the time. So this is my honorable mention, like I said, so technically a 6 gun review here basically, and with that we'll get to the number 5 spot. All right, well, here's number 5, the Browning High Power. This gun came out in 1935, and it's safe. It's all clear. Took the snap cap out this time. John Moses Browning, a great American gun maker, gun designer, created this or participated in its creation, but he passed away several years before its completion. And I will not try and disgrace the Belgian's name that came up with the final design and credit as well to it. But there was a Belgian through FN, I believe it was, that helped make this gun. So it came out in 35 and kind of took the world by storm. I would contend that the Browning High Power and the Colt 1911 were the Glocks of their day. And to its credit, the High Power probably had more guns made worldwide by different manufacturers and than even the 1911. But this gun is a Springfield, it's an SA-35. They came out with this 2-3 years ago, and I've done some upgrades to it. I put some different sights on it. I did a different extractor, although I never really had a problem with the extractor on my gun. I did do that upgrade just in case, because that's what I did. I did some polishing of the internals. One of the great things that Springfield did with this firearm that I really liked was their different hammer here, so you don't get the hammer bite situation as bad, if at all. So with this, the reason why I went with this one is the first time I shot this firearm, I was just amazed about how it felt in my hand, and it does feel amazing. The next thing was how easy it is. It is a single action only firearm, so like the 1911, you have a safety, so you would carry it cocked and locked, drop the safety and shoot. This gun, even before I put the sights on there, was incredibly accurate at 10 yards on my range without a problem. I can put them in there fairly well if I really work at it. And if I can do it here on camera, I will see if I can disassemble this really quick, because I'm sure you've probably seen this in other videos, but I really believe that this is a really important thing as far as gun history goes, is that barrel. The linkless tilt barrel. This, I believe, was the first iteration made. And I don't know if you want to give credit to John Moses Browning or to the Belgian that did it, but you'll recognize that's in your Glocks, it's in your CZs, it's in just countless firearms to this day. Prior to that, it was a link in the 1911, had an actual link. We can show that in another video sometime, and allowed the barrel to tip out of in its action out of the locking lugs here on the top. So I always thought that that was, you know, tip your hat to old John Moses Browning on that one, and I probably won't be able to put this back together very well. Anyway, I always thought that that was one of those features that gun-wise was awesome on about the gun, that led the charge to where we are currently in the gun world. That and its capability. What was interesting was its magazines. It originally, I believe, came with a 13-round mag, and I think that's one of them. One that I wanted to kind of show on camera is these are like 10-rounders, and they have a spring here that helps drop it quicker, and I thought that was kind of slick. I can't remember where I picked these up. I think it was a gun show, and they were the only ones I could find at the time. They were little 10-rounders made by, I don't know the company that made these, but maybe they're California only. But they're pretty slick with that spring. It helps it eject it out of the gun faster. And then Springfield went to a 15-round magazine, so they've kind of brought it into the modern era with 2 extra rounds, which is pretty slick. I'm not gonna try and put this thing back together and look silly doing it, but anyway, that's number 5 on my top 5 list. If you get an opportunity, don't pass it up. Put one in your hands, try it. That single action, like I said prior, it's kind of like cheating. It's really easy, I think. The recoil 9mm, it's really nice. It's an all metal gun, so the weight's there to keep your second, third shots, you know, right back on it with moderate recoil. And that's my number 5 pick. All right, number 4 is the M&P all metal 2.0 carry comp. Did a video on this one too, not to toot my own horn, but I do like this gun a lot. Being an all metal frame, it's cut for the red dot. It has the port in the front, night vision sights, the 2.0 trigger, these great slide serrations. I don't know, this one might move up and down accordingly. I really do like this gun. It's easy to shoot. It's, you know, striker fired, which is really close to that single action. And in this case, they do a really nice, it's really nice. It's not spongy or anything like that. This is my number 4 pick, and I can shoot this pretty quick, and that's one thing that I really liked about the gun, besides that it's really sexy and it has that aluminum frame and it's metal. So I really do like this gun. I can't say enough about it. I don't have a holster yet for it. It's on the list to try and carry it. I love the size of it. The serrations, or I wouldn't call them, it's like stippling. There's plastic grip here. It's not serrations. It's just, it feels great in the hand, and I really like this gun a lot. I can't say that too much more about it. I would recommend, if you see one of these, put it in your hand, try and shoot it. It's a phenomenal shooter. I think that Smith & Wesson with this M&P knocked it out of the park, so to speak. It has just about everything going for it that I'm really looking for in a pistol. I would say the only drawback to it is I've never really been a huge fan of striker fired stuff. I know it's a trend, and it's great. If this was a double action, single action gun, which is where I've kind of gone more and more, I would be all over this gun even harder. So that's where it puts it at number 4 for me, because it is a striker fired gun. I think they might have some that come with safeties, and I don't know how I feel about that. It kind of puts it back with that the high power that's kind of old school, the single action safety type of deal, which I don't really have a problem with, but that I've been moving more and more to double action, single action, so I'm kind of telling you where I'm going with my next 3 picks possibly. But the M&P 2.0 carry comp all metal gun is my number 4 pick. All right, my number 3 pick is my CZ75 P01 Omega. I just did a short with this one. I love it. Double action, single action, which I really like for a concealed carry deal. The size of it is, as you can see, it's a pretty small gun. I put some VZ grips on here, aftermarket grips. I did the Cajunizing myself, watching some YouTube videos. Put those parts in here to give that sweet pull. It's safe here. I'll show you. but real nice double action pull, single action pull. And I put these True Glow TFX Pro sights on there. I love these sights. They're amazing. Real easy to pick up. I can't recommend them enough. In fact, hopefully you'll see in the upcoming, I can't talk, Glock video, that those are the sights that I'm going to put on my Gen 5 Glock 30. So this gun, I really went to because of its size and the double action, single action pull type of thing. The safety, I was thinking about trying to carry appendix, and if that was going to be an option. I only have one holster for this. I have carried this gun. It carries very well. It's 15 round mags. It shoots really, really smooth. I feel very, very confident with this gun. And I have to admit, with all my feelings on the 9mm, I feel really good when I carry this gun. And it should probably move higher up the list than it is right now, but it's just because the other two guns are, well, we'll get to them next. So with that, that's my number 3, the CZ75 PO1 Omega. All right, my number 2 9mm handgun is my M9A4 with all the bells and whistles on it. Did a video on this one already. Love this gun. This is my practical tactical gun, I guess you could say. You got the threaded barrel, you got night sights, GT cocker, put the Trijicon SRO flashlight on it, Vertec grip, the flat dark earth finish. I haven't done anything to this gun other than add the sight and the flashlight. And again, it's double action, single action. It's all good. I mean, this gun, I became a huge fan of Berettas after I shot them, much like the Browning high power, and I liked it more than the high power because of that double action, single action. So I go back to that. If you can learn how to shoot this, if you go from a revolver to shooting this and you get this discipline down, handgun wise, you should be set. I mean, you're moving in the right direction in my book. And this gun is so easy to shoot, it's unbelievable. Right out of the box, I haven't had any problems with it, the malfunctions, other than with my own silly hand loads, as you saw in the video. It's easy to shoot with the silencer on it, because this does not tilt block. This is the P38. The old trusty Germans came up with that, where the block falls underneath that barrel, so it's just cycling back and forth, and that barrel doesn't move much, I should say. So this is my number 2 right now anyway, 9mm pistol. All right, my number 1 9mm pistol is a custom from Ernest Langdon down in Arizona. It's his 92 LTT, and this thing is amazing. The work that he does down there is just amazing. It's super smooth. I'll show you it's safe. Double action, single action. The reset it's amazing. Night sight's an option, front and rear slide serrations. There's the MP3 coating on the trigger and the barrel. You can upgrade it one more step and get it on like the slide stop. I think it's on the decocking levers as well, and I can't remember. It might be on. Yeah, it might be on the slide. You take the slide down. I think that is. So it really sets it off with that gray silver look on the gun. But I didn't do that at the time. This is what I could afford. I don't regret it. This thing shoots amazing. It's like cheating. It has the original 92 swell to it. Is not the Vertec slide on this one, or slide. I'm sorry, Vertec grip. It has the Vertec slide. Back in the day when Berettas first came out, that front sight was part of the slide, and Beretta went to the Brigadier slide, which is what Wilson Combat, when he made his guns, his first iterations, had the Brigadier slide, and those things were bueno sexy. But Ernest Langdon said, you know what, the faster cycle rate of the Vertec slide is better. And I don't know, maybe he's right. I don't know if he's right or Bill Wilson's right, but Ernest Langdon was shooting these guns, one of the big first competitors in the United States to shoot the 92 exclusively when he was in the Marine Corps, I believe. Ken Hackathorn and Bill Wilson were both doing it. They were big fans of the 92 when they really hit the market in 85-ish because of the U.S. military grabbing the gun. From there, Ernest was like, hey, you need to listen to the shooters, and gave them points. He went to work for Beretta for a while, I think on 2 different occasions possibly. I could be wrong. I don't want to get Mr. Langdon's his history all messed up. Don't quote me on any of that, but I remember seeing interviews on videos or reading some stuff on him. He's an amazing guy, and he's made an amazing gun. So this is my number 1 9mm handgun. I would definitely recommend, if you get the chance to shoot one of these, put it in your hand. They feel amazing. I have carried this gun. I actually have carried this in an appendix carry. I can't remember the manufacturer name on that. I apologize, but you can carry a big gun like this if this is a big gun to you. It does work. They do make it in a Centurion, so it's a little bit shorter, and then a compact. And to be honest with you, I wish I had that compact, because it would probably be the number 1 by far, just because of the weight or the size. But beyond that, this is a sweet shooting gun, and my number 1 9mm handgun. So with that, that's my top 5 with one other outstanding honorable mention. Please like and subscribe, send comments, tell us what you're thinking. Tell me what your favorite 9mm guns are. I know Glock wasn't on there. I don't have a Glock. I thought about getting a Glock many times, like a 19 or a 19X, or even the 49 was kind of intriguing, I thought. But again, Striker fired for me, and it's not a big mover for me. I like the all metal guns. So, but like I said, leave your comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me your favorite guns, and we'll hopefully keep putting out some more videos for you. Right, Penny?
That's right, Benny.